Armada by Ernest Cline. It's basically Independence Day, but it actually makes sense. Armada is a book published in 2015 by author and screenwriter Ernest Cline. Very original plot. Aliens invading Earth and Earth winning. Okay, so not as original as most plots, but it does have some differences. For example, the main character's father is integral to the plot, but he was pronounced dead earlier in the chapters. Okay, it still has some cliches. Alright, but all joking aside, the book is a ride all the way through. It doesn't stop and it doesn't ever slow down. It always is keeping you on your toes, and it makes you think, how are the main characters going to get out of this one? Movies take the more cinematic route by throwing human pilots into aircrafts and sending them off to kill the aliens. But with Armada, they take a more realistic approach, with sending people into cockpits of remote control fighter pilots and then send them off to fight the aliens. After that, then, if somebody does get killed, they can just respawn in another aircraft and go about their way. The book also tends to go into the 80s, like a lot into the 80s. For example, it goes into many of the TV shows, movies, and even songs that were released during the 80s, such as Another One Bites the Dust by Queen, Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, and TNT by AC/DC. Many movies had also inspired this book. For example, Top Gun, Iron Eagle, and especially Independence Day, with the explicit references made into it. It twists and turns all throughout the book, keeping you on the edge of your seat and also just making you wonder, what's going to happen next? How are the characters going to get out of this? And how are they going to resolve this by the end? The book Armada I would give 8.7 out of 10, for it does fall victim to a few cliches, as mentioned earlier, and the 80s references, they're mostly for movie buffs and people who grew up in the 80s. But it also improves upon the formula of alien invasions by making its own advancements and even taking a lot of risks, with the storyline of the father going missing, but him being still integral to the plot. It's still a very good story, and hopefully it will make a good movie when Ernest Cline turns it into a screenplay.